In this video, I am going to show you how to use the CurveFIt tool. Now, the CurveFIt tool allows you to manipulate your vectors in such a way that you can add or subtract the amount of nodes on a vector, or indeed turn it into a set of Bezier curves, arcs, or straight lines. A good example of this is actually our clamshell pattern here. So if I left mouse click that and press N on the keyboard here, you'll see that my nodes are numerous on this design. You can see that I have a plethora of nodes available to me around this. Now, this can cause some issues when it comes to machining times, so you may find longer machine times depending on the controller that you have. So when it comes to the CurveFIt tool, this allows us to address problems like this by reducing the amount of points here. But let's go into the tool itself to have a look at it in action. So I'm just going to hit escape on the keyboard there to come out of node edit mode, and I'm going to go all the way to the left hand side and click on this icon here that says CurveFIt. Now, if I left mouse click and hold that down, you'll notice there's the fillet options here as well, but we're going to ignore those and go all the way to the bottom to CurveFIt. Okay, so you'll see now we have a slew of options here at the top. So you'll see the very left option here is to fit with circular arcs. So this would add circular arcs or turn your shape into circular arcs, and you can set a tolerance using this field here. On the right of that, you've got the Bezier curve option. To the right of that one, you have the straight line option. So if you want to take a curved shape and perhaps turn it into more of a straight line shape, you can do that here. And then to the right of the tolerance here in the middle, we have the option to keep sharp corners. And then if we do have that on, we have the maximum corner angle as well. And then I'll just turn that off for the moment so you know it's now grayed out. That means it's off. And if I turn that back on, it's in blue. But I'll keep it off for the moment. And then finally, we have keep original. Now what this will do is, let's say I CurveFIt my star here and I have this option selected. This will give me a second vector. So I'll be able to have the original, which is this star here, but then I'll have my new version of that vector as well. So if I wanted to keep the original as a backup, this is a great way to do that. So now let's have a look at this option here to fit with circular arcs, and we'll also go over what the tolerance is while we are at it. So the tolerance effectively determines how the original vectors will be approximated. So when you set a tolerance that is larger or smaller, the smaller the tolerance, the closer the new vector will be to your original, and the larger the tolerance, the further away it will be from the original. Let's have a look at that in action. I'll give you a demonstration to show you what that looks like. So when I hover my mouse pointer over the star here, you'll notice that the star now goes to red, and it shows me a tolerance field there of 0.01. That's the tolerance set up here. I can change that value if I want to up here as well with a slider. But you'll notice that my cursor also has a green plus to indicate I can start to manipulate this for curve fitting. So I'm just going to left mouse click onto it, and you can see as I drag out my mouse, my tolerance value changes. Now pay attention what happens as I keep going further out. You'll notice now that the once sharp lines are becoming curved because we've got the arcs option there. And you can see if I drag that aggressively out a bit more, you can see how we've got a new shape here. So it's been CurveFIt to make that star into a more kind of circular shape. If I just escape out of the CurveFIt tool, I'm just going to pop this just above it so you can see the difference between the two. So I'll just pop this one a little bit further down, and I'll just drag this one into view. There we are, lovely. So you can see already, adding the circular arcs, how different of a shape that is. But you can see how powerful the tool is, because if you want to make a different looking shape with what was once a sharp shape, really easy to do with a CurveFIt tool. Let's go back into the tool, and this time I'm going to use the option for the Bezier curve. Now, if I hover over my design here, you'll notice that right away we've got an interesting tolerance there. You can see my tolerance is quite high there, and it's giving me a kind of warped shape. So let's just drop that tolerance all the way back down again. And you can see with the tolerance coming all the way back down, it's reducing the amount of nodes I have. And if I left mouse click and start to drag out, you'll notice that some points start to disappear and we're getting less and less. But you'll also notice that the shape will start to change as well. So the further the tolerance will increase, the more the shape will increase as well. So if I set an aggressive tolerance here now, while I've got that selected, you'll see that the shape has really been warped there. So you can see the Bezier curves are really warped, so the clamshell is effectively unrecognizable. But if I go for a low enough tolerance that I get much less points like that, for example, and then I can apply that, you'll see that I now have this new vector that I can now use with much less points, which is much more applicable for my toolpathing needs. I'm just going to check the option for keep original to off now because I don't want the extra vectors, and I will press escape, and I'm just going to delete out this copy of our clamshell. And you can see here, if I just put these almost side by side, you can see it's still very similar. The tolerance is still very close to the original, but you can see there's just a little bit more tightness and there's less points on this overall. But I can delete that out for the moment, and now we'll have a look at the next option, which is our heart, and we're going to look at a straight line option. So again, we'll pop into our CurveFIt tool and we'll go for a fit with straight lines. Now, right now you can see if I hover my mouse over, if I zoom in, you'll be able to see this a bit more clearly. Notice how much angular the heart has become, especially around these curved areas at the top here where it meets in the middle. Notice that with my current tolerance, now that I'm fitting it with straight lines, those curves have become angular lines. So you'll notice that as I drag down, we've still got our curves almost because we've got more lines to try and make up that curve. And as I drag up, you'll notice how much more angular we can get. So you'll notice the heart now is far more angular. So you can see it's quite an interesting shape there. I actually quite like that. So if you want to take a curved design and trying to make it in straight lines, you can do that here as well. And you can also see there's not too many points here to deal with. So when it comes to machining, you can see there's some nice clear directionality to follow between the nodes here. And if I just zoom back to our worksheet, we can now have a look at the option to keep sharp corners. Now, when it comes to keeping sharp corners, we also want to have the option to set a maximum corner angle. So I don't want to go past, a specific corner angle. I can actually set that here. So for example, if I don't want to go past 20, so I can type in 20 here, press enter, and now that's set. I can start to now manipulate one of my vectors. So let's go for a Bezier curve, for example. So we can see what will happen when we start to manipulate our T shape over here. You notice that when I now drag that, you can see how in the corners here, we've still got the sharp corners, but it doesn't go past a certain angle. So this is what it affects, and you can see here how we've made that T into a much more interesting shape here just by dragging out our tolerance. And you can see with the red line there for the preview what we are going to get to. So you get some really interesting results just by increasing the tolerance and the angles there. But you can see crucially we still retain those sharp corners while in the CurveFIt tool there. And if I just zoom back out again, if I ever want to undo those changes, I can just press Command Z on the keyboard. So I can go back to my original. So if I want to retain that, you can do. But just to show you one last time, you can see the difference there with the T when I show the preview in red there of how drastically I can change that. And if I go down to the circular arcs, for example, you can see a much different shape. But crucially, you'll see because the sharp corners are on, I still get those sharp corners where I need them. But a really cool and really interesting way to create some shapes and also to reduce your nodes. So if you ever encounter a scenario where you've got a plethora of nodes around your vectors and you need to reduce these, this is a great way to do it with the CurveFIt tool. And in the end, it will also help you with your machining times and your machining efficiency. But for now, that concludes our tutorial on CurveFIt tool. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next video.